Hello everyone. How is the gap between the poor and the rich created? How can we turn poor people into rich people? Now let's explore the answers to these two questions. Whether you are wealthy or not, the following content may give you some inspiration. Firstly, dispel two rumors. Firstly, saving money can turn poor people into wealthy ones. Unfortunately, so far, there is no millionaire on earth who has been saved up by saving money. The second point is that only by learning to spend money and borrow money can one become a millionaire. This is a typical scam, and those who promote this concept either want to lend you high-interest loans or defraud you of your money. So, how can one transform from poor to rich? If you were not born into a wealthy family, if you do not have a prominent family background, if you are just an ordinary member among the masses, but you want to become a millionaire, then there are probably only two things you can rely on. One is high efficiency, and the other is high education. Why is our life determined by efficiency? If you are an office worker, you should be aware that highly efficient employees are often able to complete their work quickly, and such employees are more likely to have opportunities for promotion and salary increases. And inefficient employees often face procrastination in their work, so it's good that they can barely keep their jobs. So, no matter what you are doing now, if you want to become rich, you must find ways to improve your work efficiency and get rid of lazy habits. The best way is to choose an industry and position that can improve your work efficiency. Only in this way can you have more opportunities, create more achievements, and thus gain more wealth. Another key factor that determines our lives is education. Education does not equate to material wealth, and the role of education does not lie in this. The real function of education is that it gives you the right to choose your own life path. Without a higher education, you may not even have the right to choose. Here is a real example. There is a well-known writer in the United States named Barbara who holds a doctoral degree. She wanted to write a book about the lower class people, so she cut off all social relationships and only carried $1,000 with her to enter the life of the lower class in the United States. She disguised herself as someone who had not learned much knowledge, hoping to see if she could rise from the bottom of American society and become wealthy with her own abilities. Barbara was forced to live in a remote house and eat the cheapest restaurants in order to survive. Due to her educational background, no major company hired Barbara. In order to survive, Barbara had to work as a waitress, cleaner, nanny, cashier, and so on. Every job is very hard, but the rewards she receives can only barely solve her food and clothing problems. It's as difficult as climbing to heaven to accumulate wealth. Barbara, the writer, and her last job at the bottom of American society went to Walmart. First, she thought that after entering this big company, she would definitely find opportunities to stand out. But the reality still gave Barbara a heavy blow because she pretended that she did not have a degree, so Walmart assigned her a post to display goods. This job is very simple. Just arrange the goods neatly, and there is no need to brainstorm. Just repeat the action of placing the goods. However, even if she did this job well, she would not attract the attention of Walmart executives. Long-term mechanical work made Barbara's eyes dull, her legs swollen, and her brain blank. Barbara gave up. She gave up the experiment of counterattacking from the bottom of society, returned to her high-end apartment, and wrote down her experience. When Barbara worked at the bottom of American society, She met many hardworking colleagues whose level of effort was no less than that of any social elite. They work hard but are not treated well by life, and there is no hope of promotion. Barbara, as a successful writer, has a deep knowledge reserve and excellent basic literacy. People like her cannot rise from the bottom of society, and how can ordinary people who have not received a good education do so? Of course, we cannot assume that uneducated ordinary people cannot become wealthy just because of Barbara's social experiment, but this is indeed difficult. If ordinary people receive a good school education, have a high degree, and acquire rich knowledge, they will have many more opportunities to choose and a much higher probability of becoming wealthy. But ordinary people without higher education still have the opportunity to change their destiny through knowledge, which is to persist in continuous learning, learn all the knowledge that is helpful to themselves, and gain more advantages in the fierce social competition. The most fair thing for humans in the process of evolution is that no one's knowledge can be inherited by the next generation, and intelligence can only be partially inherited. In this way, every generation can have a relatively fair starting point, and each generation will have their own opportunities. The probability of a wealthy family remaining wealthy is very low, and the probability of a poor family remaining poor is also very low. If poor people can motivate themselves, continuously improve their efficiency in doing things, face problems in life and work with more passion, and persist in learning knowledge, as long as these two things are done well, poor people cannot remain poor forever. One day, you will get the life you want. Welcome to subscribe to my channel, where we will continue to share more knowledge. See you in the next issue.